neeceelexy, unleash the power of your creativity. Hello, everyone, and welcome to neeceelexy. If you're here, I'm a content creator, digital marketer, as well as a blogger. So today I'm going to be covering our topic, home buyer. So if you're a first-time home buyer, such as myself, there are certain things that you need to know ahead of the time in order for you to be able to have a very smooth selling or buying purchase journey. Some of this information I'm going to share with you, those are basically some personal homework that I have done, and some of them is information that I have gathered from my realtor as well as the mortgage brokers and things like that. I have been looking for home for almost a year and a half, and I tell you, I learned so much about different aspects of home and what it takes to actually own a home. And that's why I want to be sharing with you guys. If you are also a first-time home buyer and you really want to purchase a property, whether you're in US, UK, or Canada, I would highly suggest you to speak to a licensed mortgage broker and a licensed realtor because they'll be able to provide you with a more insight on how to purchase a property and home that are within the area that you're looking for, because localized there's different aspect of like tax properties and things like that. They might have that information for you. Whatever I'm providing you today is basically based on the information that I've gathered as well as some of the experience that I have. So by no means I'm trying to replace some of the licensed professional information. So I would highly recommend you guys to go to a licensed mortgage broker or a licensed realtor to get a lot of the details. This is here is just a basics information, but you if you want more in depth, you can speak to your local home realtor or mortgage broker. So let's dive in and actually today's conversation to what we need to talk about. So buying a home for first time, it is an exciting and rewarding experience. Who doesn't? It provides sense of accomplishment and stability as well as like a freedom to customize your personalized living. Additionally, first time home buyers might be eligible for various like financial incentives and tax credits and also down payment assistance program depending on where you are in the world. Overall, purchasing a home for first time offers numerous of benefits that can positively impact your one's personal and financial well-being. And I know that you probably need to know, okay, before buying a home, what is the pros and cons between renting as well as owning a home? And this is basically what today's whole presentation about it, like some of the pros and cons when you need to compare another to make that decision for yourself. So welcome to owning a home, where to explore the pros and cons of owning a home and the versus renting and what that encompasses of. And I'm so excited to share with you guys some of this lesson. If you're new here to my YouTube channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as hit the notification so you can stay up to date with some of the content that I share with you guys here every single week. And I'll see you guys soon. Okay.
My mind up there almost daily. It's how I pass time, no opinions safely. It's how I understand what I want in this place, see. Cause everybody wanna tell you bad things. What could go wrong, what fame brings, but success is a finicky thing. And if you ain't sure, no, it'll never be. I don't wanna let myself down. I don't wanna let myself.
So let's dive into home buyer, first time home buyer. What can you get? And basically, the whole topic for today is to focus on the benefits, the pros and cons between renting or owning a home. So, what does that look like? Especially you being the first time home buyer, what are your benefit on buying that home versus continuing on renting? So, that's what I wanted to do here. And you have this, bring your notes, paper, pencil, make sure you write some of these stuff down so that you can use it to discuss with your realtor, licensed realtor, and licensed mortgage broker. So let's get into today's thingy. So the old age of debating of owning a home versus renting a home, and where is your consideration, the philosophy between what benefit, the pitfalls, and the crucial to navigate through the maze of like why should you care about whether you should owning or you should continue on renting, the personal finance aspiration, the local locality, as well as housing trends and the waiver, how it influences your decision making, as well as the vital to recognize that no signal solution exists as optimal pathways, but there's variable of things that might happen and what can you consider when you're trying to actually own a home or continue on renting. What are your benefits with that? So one of the pros of owning a house is that you built an equity. Equity is actually a good thing. Home ownership facilitates the gradual accumulation of equity because it signifies an increase in your ownership over time. With each mortgage payments that you make monthly, as a homeowner, you help you acquire a greater stake in your property, so providing you a long-term financial benefits. So these equity builds up serves as an asset, so potentially opening avenues for your loans and enhancing your financial stability during any circumstances that might happen in the future. So additionally, as the property value appreciates, like increase in value, your equity also continues to grow. So offering you a valuable asset for owning another property in your future. So you can actually start acquiring more properties. And that is why, and even your property value would also increase with that equity. The other pros of owning a house is that you take tax advantages. So owning a home presents you with various tax benefits, include deductions for your mortgage interest and also the property tax. This deduction can substantially reduce the owner's taxable income as well as leading to potential of saving. So deductions on your mortgage and interest rate alone can significantly lower the overall tax burden for your home, you as a homeowner, and also provide financial relief and enhancing the attractiveness of ownership as an investment. That's why a lot of people tend to go to that route. The other advantage is that freedom and stability. So home ownership grants you unparalleled freedom for customizations and personalization. So homeowners can modify their space to suit their preference, whether they're renovations, landscaping, structural changes, without seeking permission from the landlord. If you're renting, you have to ask permission. You can't just decorating somebody's house however you want it because it's not your property. So taking your own home or owning a home, you could do whatever you want to do with it. Additionally, owning a home inside for a sense of stability and help the shield against any burden or increase of, like, certain evictions, and providing you with peace of mind. Nobody's going to come and evict you out of your home. As long as you're paying your mortgage, you're good to go. The cons of it owning a home is that high upfront cost. Purchasing a home is one of those things that it costs so much, like upfront cost to it. Like you literally have to have like your down payment and everything intact and proper like financial documentation. So purchasing a home demands a substantial upfront financial commitment, including sizable down payment, closing costs, various associated expenses. This initial cost can be a barrier for many prospect of homeowners, requiring you to have a due diligence with your financial planning and preparation before diving into the home ownership. Another thing is like maintenance and repair costs. Once you have a home, you become the person who's responsible for anything that breaks within your house. So home ownership entitles bearing the entire burden of the maintenance and the repair, whether like your laundry breaks, your electricity, your plumbing, and all that stuff. It's gonna come out of your expenses. And roofing issues accumulates, and all of this costs you have to cover it. These expenses are often unpredictable and can strain a homeowner budget, and that's why you always have to make sure that you have additional budget that kind of on your saving just for these emergencies when it comes in having a home. And then the last thing is also lack of flexibility. Owning a home ties to individual to particular like location, so limiting that flexibility to relocate easily. So factors like job changes, desire from different neighborhood might become really challenging because you're committed to that location. So you probably staying there for so long. So if you wanted to move, then you would have to resell that property and then buy a property in another area that you're actually interested in. So selling a property can be time consuming, subjected to marketing fluctuations, and further like constraining of mobility and flexibility. That's basically what's happened right there. And then the pros and cons for renting. When you're a renter, there are certain things that you might not experience as a homeowner. So right now, if you're currently renting offers you flexibility and allow your individual to move easily like to changes from resident to resident without any hassle of selling. And especially if you're locked into a contract, once that contract is over, you can move to whatever other neighborhoods you want. Renters are typically examined for burden of financial burden for measure like maintenance costs, repair, damages. Your landlord will be the one taking care of all these damages. And additionally, renting can be financial advantageous in the short term and often require a low upfront cost to compared to like buying a home. And the cons of renting is that renter missed out on opportunity to build equity in the property. So as their monthly payment solely contributes to the landlord's income without accruing any ownership benefits. So moreover, the lack of control over the property limits the renter ability to actually make a substantial changes, renovation, or the living spaces according to the personal preference. Furthermore, the absence of rent control measures that lead to unpredictable and potentially steep rent increases and impact of the rental financial stability. So the landlord can actually come to you and actually increase your rent and forces you to either a make some changes with your financial situation or move to another location. That's also some things that might also happen. In conclusion, making those decisions, ultimately the decision for to rent a home or buying a home, it hinges on the individual circumstances, preference, and long-term goal. What is your long-term goal? Do you want to continue on paying monthly fees going towards your rent, or do you want to use that amount to towards your home buying and also having building an equity for long term and having an asset? So considering these factors that I actually mentioned, as the financial capabilities and also the lifestyle preference, future planning, and local housing market condition is very crucial. So by evaluating these elements thoughtfully, individual can make an upfront decision that aligns with their current needs and future aspiration. It is essentially to recognize the no verb superior options is better than the other. It's just based on your personal base uniqueness and situation that you're currently in and also your financial being. um but wait though. So next time when I'm going to be discussing about the estimate cost of mortgage, the payment, the interest rate, terms in years, down payment, loan properties, and also tax. So these are actually some stuff that me and my realtor went over it when it comes to me actually trying to buy my first property. So I'm going to also share with you guys some of the insight and some of my own personal experience and how I was able to navigate through getting my first property. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys next. So we're going to be doing the math. So I hope you guys joining me. If this is your first time coming to my channel, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can stay up to date with the next video. And also hit the subscribe button and comment below. If you're a first time home buyer or if you already bought your first home, comment below. Let us know about your experience. Let us know how you got to make that decision on actually moving from renting to buying. And I would love to know. See you guys next time. Bye. Neeceelexy, unleash the power of your creativity.